Hello YouTube. Today I'm going to be shooting a little video on one of my favorite games. If not my #1 favorite game, this has got to be in the top 3 favorites that I've ever played in my entire life. We're playing a game here called Warfare 3. Mafia 2. Sorry, I was just playing Modern Warfare 3, so that was stuck in my head. No. Mafia 2, one of the best games, if you ask me. One of the best games I've ever played. It's just so... don't even know how to describe it correctly, really. But it's definitely... if it's not my favorite, which there's a few games in there that can contend to be my favorite game, but yeah, there's a lot of them. But this one is definitely one of the best. You know, I think I'm gonna do a classic gangster suit rather than some DLC. I think we'll just go with a long colored suit and shade. Can we just have a black suit? I would like to just have a black suit. Casual suit and hat, there we go. I don't know, nothing beats being a gangster with original apparel. So if none of you know what this game is about, Mafia 2, you're basically a mobster. Not exactly. You and your friend Joe are these troubled children. More Joe, but still you're troubled too, as the character. And don't ask me why I'm driving a pink truck, that's just the way they spawn it in the game. So, I have to go take care of this, paint it up. Just this game really amazes me every time I play it. I've beaten it so many times. It's one of my favorite games, obviously, if I haven't said that enough time. Just the physics are really good. Of course, I don't know, everything made by 2K Games I like, so if it's made by 2K, I strongly believe that it's gonna be a pretty good game. You know, with all the Borderlands being really good, and you know, for those basketball people that like, what is it, NBA series of games that's made by 2K. A lot of people seem to like those. This game, though, it impresses me, and it's one of my very first, not my very first game, but one of my very first games of this kind, where it's open world free roam with the choices to do, you know, endless things. We're just gonna go with a standard Stiletto black, because that's what I like to do. This truck, I don't know, it's a DLC truck, which I got it in a DLC car pack. Definitely worth it. The thing's fast and it's awesome. This is not something you get in the standard game. I mean, I have the standard game, but it's not a standard car, is what I'm just trying to say, I guess. And I didn't get to load the particular chapter I wanted to because a while ago I did a hard drive swap and all my data was lost on every game I'd ever played. And this is just, I didn't save it to a flash drive. It was going to take me too long for all the games I had, so I just decided to just forget it and do them all over again if I needed to. So the mission I usually did was the 10th mission in the game, I believe. And basically, just really sunny, had this nice house. It was a nice mission, a very nice one to just start off and maybe do a little free roaming. But this one's not too bad either. It's just a little bit of snow. It's still in the classic period, of course, so you got all the classic 1930s vehicles. 1930s, 1940s cars driving around the streets. Haven't gotten into the 50s era yet. Here, I'll just go ahead and show you what this truck can do here. It's pretty awesome. You can open that back up, I don't know. I guess just to look back there at the frame, the rear drive axle, and the gas tank. Just kind of cool interactive stuff. There's no hood, obviously. I think a hood would fit on this thing. I just love what you can do in this game. I mean, they limited it per se. I mean, there are its limitations, but we're talking about the PS3 and Xbox 360 here, so I don't know, the limitations aren't really, you can't notice them on these consoles, because with the Xbox 360 and PS3, there's certain stuff you can't put on them. They're just too good consoles, but they can't contain certain things. And this was a game made back in 2010, so it didn't have the capabilities of a 2013 game, 2014 game. But I mean, this game I paid $20 for back in the day. You know, I bought it as a download, but you know, same game whether you bought it as a disc or download, it doesn't matter. But this game, I played this for I don't even know how many months straight. I didn't play any other games. I just played this game. I mean, something about me in particular, I've always liked you know, the pre-1970s time, you know, kind of stuff like that. Real classic Mafia era America. I don't know, it just always caught my eye. And then playing this Mafia game, it just kind of was like everything I ever wanted to do. Like, go back in that era of time. You know, of course, so my guy isn't born into the Mafia, he's adopted into it, basically. The good thing about this game, though, is the characters are really, I don't know, that you feel the characters when you play this game. Some games are just like, you know, you play a Call of Duty game and the characters, it's like, if he dies, if the guy dies, it's not really too special, you know, but when a guy dies in here or gets taken hostage, it hurts. It's like, oh, ouch, you know, you gotta go save that guy, because that's my buddy, that's my family. So I'm gonna turn this music off. Obviously, it's pretty good music. I actually like it, but just for the sake of the video, it's actually, you know what, I'll just turn it down a little bit. That way, it's not blaring. That we don't, you know, you still have the good music, but it's not gone completely. Not too loud. I mean, this game, it's, in terms of technicality, it's really kind of basic. And you know, every game has its flaws. This one has a few flaws, of course, but they're not really big flaws. They don't bother me. Just, you know, there's a few spots I've actually glitched under the map twice in this game. Both complete accidents. And both made me pretty mad because I got reset back to an old save point. I couldn't get out, I had to quit. And my last checkpoint was obviously a pretty good distance away. But, I mean, overall, it doesn't make me quit playing the game. There's a few glitches. You know, just one of them was on a mission where I got trapped under a floor when I went through a door. And another one was, oh, what was it? Oh, I was over there by my apartment where Joe's house is, and I got trapped on one of these. I was driving really fast, slammed into the wall, and I actually didn't die. I was bright red, but I did not die, and I actually fell under the map with my truck. I jumped out, and then I could not move or anything, so I don't know. But mistakes, to me, they don't define the game. I mean, a game might have bugs, but it doesn't define the game to me. Unless it's just so buggy that you can't even play the game, then that might change my opinion on it. But a few minor things, that doesn't change my opinion on a game. And the graphics, I mean, they're pretty good for a 2010 game. I'd say they still compete pretty fairly with a modern age game. I mean, they're not pixelated. I mean, you go look at this building. Let's just look at the building and see what the bricks look like. Not perfect. I mean, they're not real in depth. You could still see them, I guess, but they're not real in depth. I mean, the graphics, they aren't the best. This is HDMI, by the way. This is not AV cables. Which, still, with the AV cables, they're not even that bad either. They're still decent. But I mean, the graphics, as far as everything, it looks pretty clean. Now, I mean, if they made another one, I'm sure their graphics would be at least 3 times as good as these ones here. But, you know, granted, the area, 2010 timing, that's 5 years ago. Almost 5.5 years ago, possibly. Somewhere around then. I'm not sure the actual release date. I think it was October, so we're not actually 5 full years yet. Close to it, though. So, it's hard to think that this game's an old game, but it really is. It's 5 years old, almost. So that's pretty old. But, I mean, I've played Mafia from the original PS2 game. I never got to finish it because mine was scratched up so bad it wouldn't play one of the last missions, and so I never got to completely beat it. But that game was pretty fun. Irritating at times, but fun. And then, you know, we got Mafia 2 here, obviously. I've well made my 20 bucks off this game. This was a game I played so long. Let's see, what else? Oh, the Godfather games. Also have played the Godfather, the game, and Godfather 2. Both of those are really good games. If you want, like, the whole proprietorship where you buy everything, like businesses, you buy out a business, basically, by extorting it. And, you know, all that cool stuff. That's definitely the game. This one's not really a game like that. It wasn't designed like that. It's more of a storyline backed. Whereas that one has a storyline, but it's also designed on choices you make. Whereas this one, not exactly choices you make, but more just storyline backed. Obviously, I mean, it's a pretty good game, but Godfather 2 is a really good game as well, and it lasted forever. That's a really long, lengthy game. Took me forever to beat it, probably about a month. I didn't play it every day, but I played a good bit every day, and a good bit every now and then, I guess I could say. And I beat it finally. Whoa, that guy just, like, I don't know how he didn't get run over there, that's crazy. But, I don't know, I thought I'd do a video on this, because I haven't really seen too many just Mafia 2 videos floating out there. You know, whereas I've done a few videos on Call of Duty, I think, and I've done one on World of Tanks, but it just seems like, you know, those are videos that, you know, you could possibly find in abundance, but I haven't really found a lot of videos just showing you Mafia 2. So, I figured, you know, why not try something that nobody really makes? Definitely, I don't want this just to be a game where it was good in the day and it's a passing through game where nobody cares about it now. I definitely want people to see this game for what it is and go get it and enjoy it like I have, and I still continue to enjoy it. Mainly now, I beat it so many times, I already know the storyline, I know everything that's going to take place, where it's going to take place, how, you know, just the exact places and everything, but I even know my streets down pretty well. I free roamed and driven so much. You know, let's get into a little combat. I haven't showed you any combat yet, which these poor citizens, I don't see any actual factions I can go kill, so no rival Mafia family. So maybe we'll just get into a little police fight here. Police station, but there's nobody there. Oh, here's a cop. Here we go. I probably better get out of this car too, because this car is too fast. Oh, really, cop? You're gonna hit me? Okay, that gives me a justified reason. Okay. do this, lady. Just gotta do this for the police to come after me. Okay, there we go. Alright, where... Oh, there's one over here. Basically, you know, it's a third-person game, which most people, they say, well, third-person games kind of suck. I don't really care. I'm not a big fan of third-person, but I'm not exactly a hater of third-person. It doesn't bother me. Trusty 1911. I do like first-person a little bit more, but third-person definitely still, it's still fun. But yeah, the aiming's not bad. I've seen some other games that are just terrible at aiming. Some other video games I've played, they just, whether they be first or third person, they're just really terrible at aiming. Almost no aim at all. You might as well just hit fire. But this one's not bad aiming. And let's see, we'll do some top speed here. See what happens when we go fast. Oh, hold up. I did something wrong. Now this thing is extremely fast. It's not even fully upgraded. I didn't get the supercharger on it, because I haven't. Basically, you got to get to a certain point in the game where you actually are able to do those upgrades. Like they're, I guess maybe they're not upgrades you can do at this point in time. Maybe in history they just didn't know how to do that. But in the 50s, I guess they come out with that technology for say. This is a dangerous place to drive too, by the way. There's just cars all over the place. I've died plenty of times there. So when you're going about 110 miles an hour in this game, you're going, you know, that's like a Lamborghini of the day. Lamborghini or Koenigsegg or something. Pretty fast. Cars didn't go that fast back then. So if you're going that fast, you got a good car. So in the game, this is like one of the fastest vehicles you can get. Which, if you do have the game and have not bought some of the DLC packs, definitely get them. They're like $2.99, I think. They're either $1.99 or $2.99, and you get a couple cars and some clothes. The clothes I don't necessarily always use. I just either use the Mafia suit or the enlisted soldier. His not battle uniform, but his actual duty uniform. Decorated uniform, I guess you could say. That or the obvious suit and tie with a hat. But yeah, if you have not tried some of these DLC packs, I can make videos on them if you'd prefer to see some in-depth stuff on them. They're definitely good. I actually, one time I was on PSN and I got a random message. It was from Sony Computer Entertainment, and they told me, and this is not a lie, but they told me that they wanted to thank me for my continued, I think it was like continued use or continued service of their network, and they gave me a $10 code, and you know, it was legit because there was no reply or anything. It was just a message with no reply. All I could do is send a new one or whatever, but there was no reply one. And it had the Sony implement. It was legit, and I got the $10, and the first thing I bought with it was this DLC, because I didn't really know what to get. I just wasn't expecting $10 on the store. And yeah, that was the first DLC I ever bought, was a $10 one. I think it was Joe's Adventures I bought. And they're all good. There's Joe's Adventures and Jimmy's Vendetta. Both of those, highly recommend getting them if you haven't. It'll spice up the game and also allow you to go in new areas. It opens new parts of the map that you haven't been able to go into. Oh boy. Yeah, we're dying here. I better cut the video off before I die. But yeah, thank you for watching, and if you have any questions, you can leave a comment, or also you can send me a friend request or a message through PSN or Xbox Live. Like I've said before, I think my username is CoolCodGuy, all capitalized, cool, COOL, dash COD, dash guy, all capitalized. That's my PSN. my PSN name. If you're wanting to add me on Xbox Live, my name is pretty much the same, but it's COOL, all caps, space, COD, space, guy, and all that's capitalized too. So, it's pretty easy to remember. It's just PSN, I got dashes, and Xbox Live, I have spaces. But, yeah. Here, I can even show you a picture of it. Right there. They're not the underscores, they're the dashes. All caps too. So yeah, if you send a message, try to let me know that you're a YouTube video watcher. That way I don't just skim over it and not answer it. I'm actually not on my PS3 very much, so if you send me a message and I don't reply, take note that I'm not on it very much anymore. So the next time I do get on, I will reply to you. But yeah, Xbox Live, I'm on it every day, so if you send me a message, I should see it. But thank you for watching the video, and let me know if you want to see better and more videos, and I'll try to get some better recording equipment if I can. But anyways, peace out.